The daily routine that built Marcus Aurelius. 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius was the most powerful man on earth. He ruled an empire that spanned tens of millions of square miles and governed over tens of millions of people. As the commander of the most formidable army in the world, he wielded the power to decide the fate of nations. Yet, despite having such immense power, Marcus Aurelius was not consumed by luxury or laziness, nor was he driven mad by the pressures and demands of his role. Marcus Aurelius could have easily indulged in the trappings of power or become overwhelmed by the enormous responsibilities that came with being the Roman emperor. Instead, he chose a different path, one marked by wisdom, virtue, and discipline. As one biographer noted, he proved himself worthy of his great responsibility and power. Impressively, he wasn't corrupted by his power or overwhelmed by its stress. He managed it all admirably. So what was his secret? What did his daily life look like? How did Marcus Aurelius handle his duties with such grace and poise? Thanks to his writings and meditations, a collection of his personal reflections, we gain a glimpse into the mind and life of this philosopher king. Today, I want to delve into the daily routine that shaped Marcus Aurelius' morning rituals. Like many of us, Marcus Aurelius started his day battling the comfort of his bed. He wasn't naturally a morning person, but he trained himself to rise early, understanding the importance of discipline and starting the day with purpose. As documented in his meditations, he often grappled with the temptation to stay under the warm covers, questioning himself, I have to go to work as a human being. Was I created to huddle under the blankets and stay warm? It's nice here, but is that my purpose? This daily battle highlights a universal challenge, the struggle against inertia to embrace the day's tasks. By instilling the habit of early rising, Marcus exemplified the discipline that many successful individuals strive to emulate. To make the process easier, Marcus might have employed techniques still recommended today, such as placing his alarm clock away from the bed, ensuring a reason to get up immediately. This small act of self-discipline set the tone for the rest of his day, demonstrating his commitment to doing what is difficult but essential, starting the day with intention. In the early hours, Marcus likely engaged in activities such as meditation, philosophical study, writing, and journaling, all before addressing the demands of his role, whether dealing with inquiries, favors, bad news, travel, or battles. This was his time for stillness and reflection. Unlike many of us who check our phones or to-do lists the moment we wake up, Marcus Aurelius used his mornings to cultivate a stoic state of ataraxia, or freedom from disturbance. This intentional start allowed him to approach the day with clarity and purpose. In Book 2 of Meditations, he discusses preparing for the day by reminding himself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. This wasn't about expecting a bad day, but about anticipating the types of people he would encounter and thinking about how to respond with patience and understanding. Marcus practiced premeditation, considering why people act as they do and his role in managing these interactions. The Stoic philosopher Seneca also emphasized this idea. The unexpected blow lands heaviest. By expecting challenges, we are better prepared to handle them with grace. Productivity and efficiency. Confronted with the myriad responsibilities of his position, Marcus understood the importance of promptness and efficiency. He drew inspiration from his stepfather, Antoninus Pius, who exemplified meticulous planning and discipline. Marcus approached his duties with full presence and dedication, never allowing room for complaint. Even internally, his day was filled with high-stakes tasks, making decisions, adjudicating cases, addressing the public, traveling, and occasionally leading troops into battle, all requiring unwavering focus. To manage such a demanding schedule, Marcus likely utilized techniques akin to modern time management strategies, such as prioritizing tasks and delegating responsibilities where appropriate. Marcus Aurelius advised in his writings, winnow your thoughts. Always be ready to answer what you're thinking about. This encouragement of deep work and focus amidst distractions is a powerful lesson in effective leadership and personal discipline. His routine involved meetings with advisors, ministers, and ambassadors, strategy briefings, and listening to experts. Marcus learned to yield the floor to experts, listen to opinions, and accept feedback and criticism graciously, understanding that correcting an error is a favor, not a harm. Despite the stress and exhaustion of his job, he approached it with the right mindset, maintaining a balance that prevented burnout and loss of perspective, balancing work and leisure. Achieving balance in life is essential, as overworking can lead to burnout and a loss of perspective. In his meditations, Marcus Aurelius warned against being entirely consumed by business. He maintained a balanced lifestyle, incorporating physical activities such as boxing, wrestling, hunting, and horseback riding into his routine. Marcus also found solace in nature, often taking reflective walks. His detailed observations, grain bending under its weight, foam on boar's mouth, or the brow of a lion, demonstrate his deep appreciation for the natural world, which he viewed as a spiritual sanctuary, a temple of the gods. In today's fast-paced world, taking time to engage with nature and physical exercise can provide significant mental health benefits. Like Marcus, we should strive to find moments of peace and reflection in our daily lives, whether through a walk in the park, a hobby, or simply a quiet moment of mindfulness. Unlike many Romans, Marcus did not revel in the violence of the Colosseum. Instead, he used his time there to engage in philosophical work, read, or contemplate, distancing himself mentally from the brutality around him. He sought peace and relaxation, emphasizing that one could find solace within, regardless of external circumstances. Even in the chaotic environment of the Colosseum, Marcus would immerse himself in works by Aeschylus, Homer, Cleanthes, Zeno, or Epictetus, drawing strength from philosophy. His daily visits to the baths were likely a part of his routine, allowing him to wash away the figurative and literal dirt of life. The Romans valued the gymnasium and baths, combining physical exercise with relaxation, coping with challenges. At Aquincum, a Roman camp outside Budapest, where Marcus likely wrote parts of Meditations, one can still visit the hot springs he may have frequented. Despite his immense responsibilities, Marcus found time for relaxation and pleasure, balancing the demands of his position. His reign was marked by numerous challenges, including historic floods, the devastating Antonine Plague, wars, invasions, coups, health issues, and family troubles. An ancient historian noted that Marcus didn't have the good fortune he deserved. With his reign filled with continuous troubles, the stress was unimaginable. Yet Marcus believed in his duty and developed coping mechanisms to manage it. His practices of journaling and stoicism helped him stay calm, centered, and intentional, avoiding anger and destructive emotions. The Stoic idea that obstacles are opportunities was evident in Marcus's approach to challenges. When betrayed by his trusted general, Avidius Cassius, he did not react impulsively, but took time to think, aiming to demonstrate to the Romans and future generations how to handle civil strife. He embodied the principle from Meditations that the best revenge is not to be like those who wrong you. Marcus viewed every challenge, big or small, as an opportunity to respond with virtue and decency, learning and reflection. Marcus was not all about business. When not engaged in physical activities, he immersed himself in reading and writing, which he considered essential to his role. His letters to his mentor, Cornelius Fronto, and philosophical discussions with his teacher Rusticus show his dedication to continual learning. Marcus read extensively, often quoting from memory the works of Aeschylus, Epictetus, and Zeno. His writings reveal his diligent, focused approach to reading, always seeking to deepen his understanding and improve. This disciplined reading routine was likely an integral part of his evening, contributing to his growth as a philosopher and leader. Maintaining balance requires a deliberate evening routine. Seneca advocated for an end-of-day ritual of reviewing one's actions, and Marcus Aurelius practiced a similar form of self-reflection. In the quiet of the evening, as noted by his biographers, Marcus would reflect on his day's actions, questioning how he could improve and holding himself accountable for both successes and failures. This process, detailed in his Meditations, was a cornerstone of his personal development. Without an immediate supervisor, and with the judgment of history distant, Marcus relied on philosophy as his guide, constantly striving to align himself with its principles. Modern equivalents of this practice include journaling, meditation, or simply taking a few minutes before before bed to reflect on the day's events. These practices can enhance self-awareness and foster a sense of accountability and continuous improvement. Evening reflection. Just as Marcus balanced his immense responsibilities with personal reflection, we can integrate similar habits to ensure we remain grounded and focused on our personal growth. In the stillness of the evening, Marcus would engage in journaling, reading, and contemplation. It's easy to imagine that not a day went by without him practicing the Stoic exercise of memento mori, remembering that death could come at any moment. He wrote, "Let that thought determine what you do and say and think." Valuing time with his family, he once mentioned to Fronto that he would trade all his power for more time with his wife. When tucking his children into bed, Marcus understood the impermanence of life. Despite knowing they were healthy and strong, he was acutely aware of life's unpredictability and the constant threats they faced. From plague to murder to war, each night he pondered how he could better fulfill his duties to others, the world, and himself. For Marcus, journaling was an essential part of his routine, a way to unburden his mind and process his thoughts. This commitment to introspection served as a crucial tool for self-improvement and self-awareness. Today, we can take inspiration from Marcus Aurelius's approach, making time for reflection and gratitude as part of our evening routines. Final thoughts. Marcus Aurelius remains a timeless example of how one can navigate life's complexities with grace, discipline, and wisdom. His daily routine, focused on self-discipline, intentional living, and the pursuit of wisdom, offers invaluable lessons for us all. By embracing these principles, we can strive to live more purposefully and with a greater sense of inner peace, regardless of our circumstances. I hope this reimagined version provides a new perspective and deeper insight into Marcus Aurelius' daily routine. Feel free to make any adjustments or let me know if there are any specific elements you'd like to emphasize further.